ॐ वक्रतुण्डमहाकाय
महाकाय
सूर्यकोटिसमप्रभ
सूर्यकोटिसमप्रभा
निर्विघ्नं
निर्विघ्नं
कुरु मे
कुरु मे
देव
देव सर्वकार्येषु
सर्वकार्येषु
सर्वदा
सर्वदा सरस्वती
सरस्वती
नमस्तुभ्यं
नमस्तुभ्यं
वरदे
वरदे
कामरूपिणी
कामरूपिणि
विद्यारम्भं
विद्यारम्भं
करिष्यामि
करिष्यामि
सिद्धिर्भवतु मे
सिद्धिर्भवतु मे
सदा
सदा
गुरुर्ब्रह्मा
गुरुर्ब्रह्मा
गुरुर्विष्णुः
गुरुर्विष्णुः
गुरुर्देवो
गुरुदेवो
महेश्वरः
महेश्वरः
गुरुः
गुरु
साक्षात्
साक्षात् परं
परं
ब्रह्म
ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री
तस्मै श्री गुरवे
गुरवे
नमः।
नमः। ॐ
ॐ सहना
सहना
भवतु
भवतु सहनौ
सहनौ
भुनक्तु
भुनक्तु सह
सह वीर्यं
वीर्यङ्करवावहै
करवावहै
तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु
तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा
मा विद्विषावहै।
विद्विषावहै। ॐ
ॐ
शान्तिः
शान्ति
शान्तिः
शान्ति
शान्तिः।
शान्तिः।
ॐ श्री परमात्मने नमः।
ॐ श्री परमात्मने नमः।
अथ तृतीयोऽध्यायः।
अथ तृतीयोऽध्यायः।
श्रीभगवानुवाच
श्रीभगवानुवाच
30th shloka. 30th shloka is a summary of Karma Yoga. So let us read. Mayi sarvani karmani sanyasyaadhyatmachetasa
सन्न्यास्याध्यात्मचेतसा
सन्न्यास्याध्यात्मचेतसा
निराशीर्निर्ममो भूत्वा
निराशीर्निर्ममो भूत्वा
युध्यस्व विगतज्वरः
युध्यस्व विगतज्वरः
मयि सर्वाणि कर्माणि सन्न्यस्य. In me, मयि, having given up all the karma unto me. It means having given karma pala, sanyasya. Sanyasya is sannyasa, renouncing. But here, maya sarvani karmani sanyasya. Doing karma with the Ishwararpana buddhi. So, therefore, whatever the result comes, accepting as prasada buddhi. So, renouncing all actions unto me. We'll discuss that elaborately later. Renouncing means not giving up, doing all the action with the Ishwararpana buddhi. That is my sarvani karmani sanyasya, and whatever result comes, that accepting as Ishvara prasada. Sanyasya adhyatma chetasa. Adhyatma chetas is mind, antakaranam. Antakaranam here adhyatma meaning viveka. So with the viveka buddhi. Nirashihi, no asha, no anchoring. Nirashihi. Nirmamaha, no mamatvam, mamakara. Bhutva yudyasva karma kuru. Yudyasva, may you perform the karma. Yudyasva means karma kurushva. Here context is fine, therefore yudyasva. Vigatajvaraha. Vigatajvaraha means no jvara means fever. So vigatajvaraha, without any jvara, without any anchoring for the result of action. Result Whatever may be the result, result should not cause any anger or frustration, should not cause any disturbance. So that is called the jvaraha, vikata jvaraha, being free from jvara. May you perform karma, nirashihi, without any the asha, without any particular expectation. The result will come, but you don't have say over the result. Result depends on so many factors. Karmanyevadhikaraste महाफलेषु कदाचन तो निराशी भूत्वा अध्यात्म चेतसा with the viveka buddhi may you perform karma that ought to be done. So this is the meaning. In fact, this is shloka condenses what karma yoga is. What has been talked about so far is condensed in the form of a shloka, one shloka. That shloka which defines karma yoga in all perspective is this shloka. Renouncing all actions unto me with a mind that is discriminating, adhyatma chetas antakranam, buddhi, devoid of expectations, nirashihi, devoid of expectation with reference to future and any sense of minus, without any anger or frustration or whatsoever, fight. Every word has to be looked into, we'll see. The word fight in this shloka can refer to anything, beginning with one's daily battle of getting out of bed in the morning. So here the context is Yuddha Kshetra, there the Dharma Kshetra, Kurukshetra, where Pandavas and Kauravas have assembled. The context is battle, therefore Yuddhyasva, otherwise Kurushva. We have to take the Yuddhyasva to be Kurushva. May you perform Kurushva. It is Lotlakara. Madhyama Purusha Ekavachara. May you do, may you perform karma. So karma kartavyam. Saya karma kartavyam. For Arjuna, what had to be faced was an actual battle. So the fight going to happen. Since the context is the battle and they have assembled in the Ranabhumi, therefore Udhyasva. The battle was a kartavyam karma. The battle also here, it is to be done karma. There is no choice. Already decided and collected the allies, formed the Sena, arranged the Sena in a particular array, and conches have been blown. All the on both sides, they blew the conches, so indicates a beginning of the war. So therefore, there is no withdrawal. It is kartavyam to be done karma. This fight is not everyday fight. Therefore, it is something like naimittika. When the situation calls for, then one has to be ready to do the karma. Here, the situation calls for the fight yuddha. Therefore, it must be done. Must be done, and that too as the goal. Goal is dharma rakshanam. Therefore, it is kartavya. Given all that Arjuna and Krishna had said before, Krishna's mandate, get up and fight. So what Krishna said in the second chapter beginning, Klaibyam masmagav partha, naitat payipapaddhite, kudra golbhadyam, tyaktva tishta parantapa, the same thing, get up and fight. So Krishna's mandate, get up and fight, was to be expected. It was neither a command nor advice, it was teaching. Kartavyam karma kuru. Yeah, the context is fight, therefore, get up and fight. Having presented his arguments, Krishna simply said, do it. Thus, there was a definite, therefore, implied here, indicating teaching rather than a command or advice. The rest of the shloka deals with how Arjuna was to fight, supposed to fight. First, giving up all activities. Giving up all activities we fight. Is it not contradictory? Sarvakarmani sanyasya yudyasva. That is, there are two types of sarvakarmani sannyasa. Sarvakarma sannyasa is literally giving up karma, that is one karma. That is not really meaning, that is literal meaning. Sarvakarma sannyasa is jnanena sarvakarma sannyasa, the kartrutva tyaga. That is by jnana. There are two types of sarvakarma sannyasa, as we have seen. How can you fight if you have renounced all activities? It won't work. If, on the other hand, the mandate is renouncing all actions, go to a teacher and listen to the Shastra. Sarvakarmani sanyasya shravanam kurya gurumeva bhigachet. Avitpaniki shrotriyam brahmanishtam iti. Giving up all activities, burning all your bridges behind you, and your boats too, if you have any, go for moksha. Giving up is meant for learning alone, meaning that you go to a teacher and study until you gain the knowledge, that is moksha. So renunciation there is for moksha, not for anything else. We have seen how sannyasa is a particular lifestyle that enables a person to renounce all activities in order to pursue knowledge. The sannyasa ashrama, chaturtha ashrama as a lifestyle, there the person is supposed to give all the actions ritually, Vedas themselves sanction the giving up of karma, and the person is committed only to the pursuit of jnana. So, but here, the battle, here sannyasa is used in conjunction with renouncing all activity. Mahi sarvani karmani sannyasya yudyasva, fight. So it means what? Sarva karmani sannyasya yudyasva. Fighting is an action. So sarva karmani sannyasya. So it is not contradictory. No, fighting being activity. What does giving up all activity mean? Does it mean Arjuna is not to do fight anything other than fight? That is not the meaning. Performing only one action, giving up every other activity, prayer, ritual, eating, sleeping, helping, and everything, and fight. So no, that is not the meaning. What does sannyasa here really mean? Obviously, the activity in the form of fighting is involved here. Therefore, the sannyasa is other than what we have seen before. Here it relates to doing what is to be done, which for Arjuna happens to be yuddha, fighting. So yuddham is kartavyam karma. Therefore, he has to do. Krishna was not suggesting that Arjuna give all activities and fight, or give up all activities including fight. That he didn't say. To give up all activities and fight, that cannot be the advice. That would not be possible. What was intended here becomes much clearer when the word mayi, unto me, mayi saptami vibhakti, atsma shabda, unto me is taken into account. Unto me means unto the Lord. Renouncing all the karma unto the Lord. Thereby connecting the giving up sannyasa with karma yoga, meaning that all one's activities are offered unto the Lord. That is Ishvararpana buddhi. The karma to be done is in keeping with the order. Therefore, as a command of the Lord, this karma has to be done because you are in a situation where you don't have choice. If you don't do, you are violating the order. So, in keeping with the order, as a command of the Lord, kartavyam karma, in keeping with the situation, your varna and ashrama, whatever it is. So, one has to do what one is supposed to do. Doing what one is supposed to do. It is what sannyasya here. Mayi. In his commentary of this shloka, Shankaracharya compares this offering of one's action to how a servant of a king goes about doing various activities without questioning how or why it is to be done. The servant doesn't question the master. As the master commands, he does. So similarly, with that dasa bhava, with the attitude of a bhava, a devotee, the person must do karma. So that is surrender. Surrender unto the Lord and do karma, what is to be done. I have been placed here to do this particular activity. This is how I have been asked to do, and therefore I do it. Similarly, whether you like it or not, you find yourself in a given situation that calls for a particular action. For Arjuna, it happened to be a battle, a fight. For another person, it may be something else. And although Arjuna was a Kshatriya, doing what was to be done would not always mean fighting. If we had taken the expression sarvani karmani sannyasya yudyasva wrongly, you may have thought that he should always fight, which was not intended. Being Kshatriya also, the Kshatriya will not fight always. Only when the situation calls, the Kshatriya will take up the weapon and go to the battle and fight the enemies, defeat them, and establish Dharma. So here, this is a time, occasion has come, situation is called for fight, therefore. So therefore, always fight, that meaning is not possible. So doing what is to be understood within the context of the situation, one finds oneself in. Certain situations call for certain actions. Therefore, Yudhyasva can be taken to mean Kurushva. Yes. Yudhyasva is equal to Kurushva. Context is Yuddha, therefore Yudhyasva. Otherwise, Kurushva. May you perform karma, what is to be done, in keeping with the situation. The situation. So, therefore, do what is to be done and do it with an awareness of Ishvara. It is awareness of Ishvara. It is a puja to Ishvara. What is to be done, the situation calls for it. Therefore, it is Ishvara karma to be done. Therefore, to be done with Ishvara Arpana Buddhi, as though this karma is done as an offering unto the Lord. With the what bhakti, devotion, the devotee does puja. Similarly, karma is to be done. That is why work is worship. Awareness of Ishvara is pointed out in this verse by the word Adhyatma Chetasa. Adhyatma Chetas is mind, Antakarana. Chetasa, with the mind. The mind should have Viveka. Adhyatma Viveka. Here we take the meaning Adhyatma to be Viveka. Adhyatma means with reference to oneself. Adhyatma Chetas means Adhyatma Chetas enables you to know what is and what is not the right thing to do. So this capacity is called Viveka Buddhi. So Adhyatma means Adi Atma, with reference to oneself. With reference to oneself, given the situation, what one is supposed to do and what one should not do. So taking the right course of action, taking the right means, right course, applying the buddhi, that is Viveka Buddhi. Therefore, Adhyatma Chetasa. One should not take the situation for one's convenience, to one's liking. One should not do or refrain from doing based on Raga Dvesha. That is why Viveka Buddhi. Viveka Buddhya Kartavyam Kuru. What is to be done should be done. What should not be done should not be done. Refrain from doing what should not be done, even though you may like it. Doing which you may not like, it involves pain, but still to be done. Therefore, should be done. Therefore, Swadarme Nidanam Shreha, later Bhagavan Krishna will say. Therefore, this capacity of the mind is called Viveka Buddhi. Therefore, Viveka, Adhyatma Chetasa. A Viveka Buddhi says, I am the doer, of course, but I do this for the sake of Ishvara. As a Bhritya, Bhritya means servant. As a servant does various chores for the master. Similarly, as a Bhritya, the one who serves, Agam Karta, Ishvarasya, Bhrityavat Karomi. For the sake of Ishvara, I do karma like a servant. The person who performs action in this way is a mumukshu. It's a karma yogi. Because the person thinks of himself or herself as a karta, he or she is a karma yogi. There is an evolution that can take place here. One who is not a karma yogi and who is totally deluded, Vimudatma, is also a karta, but still does karma for the results alone. Therefore, there is a difference. Karma yogi also does karma, Vimudatma also does karma. Adhyatma Chetaha also does karma, Vimudatma also does karma. But there's a difference. Vimudatma doing karma for the results alone. His thought is, for my sake, I am doing this. Vimudatma. For Vimudatma, expediency and convenience take precedence over an appropriate means when choosing a course of action. Even though he or she may have one eye on dharma, the other eye can be somewhat blind if the person thinks there is any justification for going against dharma. You are placed in situations that you did not create. The karma yogi, on the other hand, performs action quite differently for the sake of Ishvara. So every situation he looks upon as a situation which Ishvara has ordained for him to engage in action. So therefore, he never violates the order and executes karma as it should be done without ragadvesha. So whatever may be the result, since it is to be done karma, he does. So therefore, for the sake of Ishvara, he performs action quite differently from a karmi. Therefore, what makes the difference between a karmi and a karma yogi is this awareness, this appreciation of Ishvara. Therefore, an awareness is necessary, which is viveka here. That is what is indicated by the word adhyatma chetasa. So, with the mind that is awakened to Ishvara, with the mind that is awakened to the order, do all the activities that are going to do, surrendering them unto me, Krishna said here. Why? Because you are placed in a situation which you did not create. Nor does anything really belong to you. Everything belongs to Bhagavan alone. Thus, you are placed in certain situations, and the order of dharma governing such situations is the Lord. Therefore, doing what is to be done, that is dharma. The order, following the order of dharma. The Karma Yogi impeccably follows the order of dharma because a Karma Yogi is a bhakta. He is a real bhakta. Yes, with the awareness of the Lord as the order, he performs karma. He performs karma and adhere to the order of dharma. So therefore, the order determines what is expected of you in each situation. And as a Karma Yogi, you do it with an awareness of this fact. This awareness of this fact. For this Adhyatma Chetas, that is what that the word indicates, Adhyatma Chetas. The word indicates is awareness of the Lord. Viveka Buddhya. Viveka Buddhi. At no point of time, the mind is hijacked by a raga or dvesha. Further, Krishna said, Nirashihi nirmamaha bhutva yudhyasva. Asha is desire, nirashihi. That is nirasha. The person doesn't have any agenda, any plans, future plans. Nirashihi is one from whom all notions about the future, Asha. Asha have gone. Asha means hope, desire. So yes, that the notions, that expectations about the future goals, future plans, grandiose schemes and priorities can stifle and inhibit one's present course of action with reference to what is to be done. With Asha, one cannot do karma properly. Therefore, nirashihi bhutva, not bothering about the future. At present, what is to be done, it does. The present is taken care, future will be taken care. In the present, what is to be done? If it is done, the future will be really a present. Will be present and pleasant present. Therefore, nirashihi. A person who thinks only of the future, then he will compromise what is to be done in the present, thereby becoming a schemer. So his plan is different. That is why God proposes, man proposes, God disposes. Better proposal also let be with the Bhagavan. So he let him propose, let him maybe act as per his dictation, so that he is a proposer and he is a disposer. So therefore, a schemer cannot be a karma yogi. Such a person is not a karma yogi. He or she is an aviveki who performs karma for the results alone. What is to be done is not done if it is inhibited by your own asha. Thus, nirashihi is one who is not inhibited by futuristic ambitions. Asha is ambition, hope, not devoid of ambitions. So it's not inhibited by any pressure for future achievements, future plans. So that is nirashihi. So no pressure. So nirmama, next one. Nirashihi referring to the person. Nirashihi, nirmamaha, all these are referring to the person, the karma yogi. Karma yogi should be nirashihi, should be nirmama. Means one from whom the mamatva, the mindness is gone. Such a person no longer thinks in terms of this is mine, this is not mine, which also inhibits what is to be done. This is not my job. I'm not getting anything out of this. Why should I do this when it is his job? He's supposed to do it. This mindness or mamatva is the greatest villain in the maturing process of a person, because to be mature, one has to see only what is to be done. Therefore, mamatva should not interfere with one's doing what is to be done. You can see by these two words, nirashihi nirmamaha, that Karma Yoga is not an ordinary thing. It requires a lot of maturity and awareness of the laws that are Ishvara. Karma Yoga doesn't mean you should not receive wages for work what you do. Although there may be situations where it would be more appropriate not to. What makes you Karma Yogi is simply the awareness of Ishvara, as we have seen before and will see again. So Karma Yoga implies awareness of Ishvara. Minus that, there is no Karma Yoga. So when it is done for the sake of Ishvara, a person has to be Nirashigi Nirmamha. Another word given in the shloka describing how one is to perform action is Vigata Jvaraha. Jvara is all kind of afflictions, that is in the form of anger, frustrations. The meaning to be free from all anger and frustration. Suppose a man wants to do what is to be done in a given situation that Ishvara has placed him or her in, but thinks that Ishvara has placed him in the wrong situation. So he'll be always be complaining. That will cause frustration, dejection, anger. So that is Jvara. So he acknowledges that Ishvara knows what he's doing, but still thinks of it as a wrong situation and becomes frustrated. This frustration is what is meant by Jvara, leading to murmuring, complaining even about the Lord. So by using the word Vigata Jvaraha, Krishna told Arjuna to fight cheerfully, not worried, not with anger or frustration, complaining that Bhagavan has put him in this situation. Therefore, he should fight without any such emotions. No anger, no frustration, no dejection, but cheerfully, enthusiastically. Enthusiasm is a quality of a Karma Yogi. So fight cheerfully without a dash of complaint, frustration, despair, or anger. So this is with regard to this Upadesha, Arjuna specifically in the battle, and in general to all, in any situation, any field. Therefore, this is a sadhana, Karma Yoga sadhana. Karma Yoga is presented very briefly in this shloka. So we'll stop here. 31, we'll see the next class. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om Dhanyavadaha